how you doing guys? Joe the Techie J, and this is the review of the OnePlus 5. There's a new misconception in town. Take the internals of a OnePlus, the body of an iPhone, and what you get is now the OnePlus 5. I won't say so. So, this is the review and let's get started. Now, the OnePlus 5 comes in two variants as of now. A 64 gig base variant with 6 gigs of RAM and a 128 gig variant with 8 gigs of RAM. Yep, on a phone. Most people's PCs have around 4 gigs on average. The base comes in at 33,000 Indian rupees or roughly around $470, and the maxed out variant will cost you 38,000 Indian rupees or 540. The 5 has the same 5.5 inch 16:9 1080p HD AMOLED display from the OnePlus 3T from last year. Even though it's not a Quad HD or something like that, it's very crisp, vivid and bright enough that you can actually view it outdoors. Nothing special here, no curved glass or bezel-less screens, edge-to-edge displays, it's just a very good display. Get into design. At first sight, it does look like a Chinese iPhone 7 Plus. It is the descendant of the Flagship Killer, and this time it even looks like the mainstream flagship. It's got a dual camera system, just like the iPhone 7 Plus, with the multi-LED flash and microphone next to it. It's got the curved color matched antenna bands around the corners. There's a ceramic-ish pressure-sensitive biometric scanner for a home button, but yet not a button. It's got a nice distinct line flowing all around the device, which gives it a more defined, curvy build line. Now get into the good stuff. The OnePlus 5 comes featuring an incredible spec sheet. The octa-core Snapdragon 835 chip underneath, 6 or 8 gigs of RAM with 64 or 128 gigs of storage, a dual camera system with 16 and 20 megapixel cams at the rear, and a 16 megapixel shooter at the front, and a fairly decent 3300 mAh battery. Now it really does live up to its spec sheet. Everything is fluid, fast, and really slick. Even app installs, high graphic games, and hardcore multitasking. It handles them all like a dream. It handles like a dream, just like a Honda. One other reason for it being too damn fast is it comes with Oxygen OS on top of Android Nougat and cuts out all bloatware and animations that would slow you down. Almost pure stock Android with extremely minor modifications by OnePlus. Oxygen OS is in fact so light and efficient that even with that much performance, it squeezes out an average 2 to almost 3 day use on one charge from that 3300 mAh battery with light to moderate usage. But if you do find yourself oozing out all that juice very quickly, the new and improved dash charger will get you up to 80% and more within half an hour's worth of charge. Now that's impressive on a battery this huge. Now the camera on this beast is a dual camera system at the rear, a 16 megapixel f1.7 24mm wide angle lens with a 20 megapixel f2.6 36mm telephoto lens as part of the dual camera system. Now thanks to all that kind of optics, you can either zoom in pretty far or create a motion blur effect. Video on the hand is not that great as there is no OIS. It's all by the software and that does not do a good job. On zooming, there's a compression in pixel size and hence you do get quite grainy pictures, and it sucks in bad lighting when you're zooming. The front camera is a f2.0 lens which is almost wide angle and produces decent shots. The new portrait mode, although a good touch, is not a deal breaker. The camera UI is more so iOS like, which I pretty like, and it is pretty intuitive, and Pro mode also gives you access to more enthusiast photography options like ISO, exposure, aperture, etc. So in a nutshell, the new Flagship Killer from OnePlus is faster than ever. It looks insanely great, takes the stage large on the spec sheet, has an almost killer camera system, though not a deal breaker, has a very good standard display, and everything else is top notch 2017, except for the fact that it's not waterproof. Now that's a bummer. With a price tag of almost $500, this would leave you with second thoughts, but for the base variant, it's quite a killer flagship from OnePlus, albeit a flagship killer. This is a very good phone yet not the best from OnePlus. One more thing, thanks for watching so far. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up like Homer Simpson, or vote it down if you didn't like it, and give me all the feedback you can give me in the comment section down below. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. And this is Joe, the Techie J, signing out, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.